Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay, now that I got the unbelievable excitement out of my system over Shingeki no Kyojin being turned into an anime, don't worry, that conversation isn't over. Tomorrow night, later tonight, I'm probably going to do a live stream on it, talk about it in greater detail, that and the Bleach chapter, no question. For later tonight's live stream. I'll probably invite some people and, the story there. Now, One Piece. Getting into One Piece. One Piece, chapter 691. This one was called King of the Country of Death. This one was pretty boss. Yeah. I'm inclined to give this a 5 out of 5. Bleach and One Piece were kicked ass this week. Bleach with the answering of the questions, and One Piece, fuck, come on. You know what? Fuck it, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah, 5 out of 5. I thought it was boss. It was real boss. Between Law, what he did to Vergo with the conclusion of it, and Usopp's speech. Yeah, those two things really sold the chapter far. Far forward. So let's get into the summary. It says cut in half by a single slash, King of the Country of Death. We got Sanji and the children with Nami as well. And this is after, Law cut the fucking roof. The fucking roof off the thing. And that cut obviously leaked the gas of Shinranuki in there. So obviously they gotta get there. They gotta haul ass. Come on, they gotta haul freaking ass to get the hell out of there. And Nami's saying this is bad, and kids is like saying, "Oh, I'm scared," and Sanji's like, "Don't panic, just run." And then we see Tashigi. She's with Zoro, and obviously Zoro went the wrong way. He's like, "I knew it." She's saying, "We're going the wrong way because, we were supposed to be in the back of the GG5 to help them." And Tashiki's like looking at him and saying, "Dude, put me down. This is embarrassing," kind of thing. And they're basically running away from the gas, and so on and so forth, and saying, "We see Sanji, you bastard! Who gave you permission to carry Tashigi-chan?" Sanji, I don't know. You see, he can't resist a woman in need. He can't. I'm convinced. What if it's Robin or Nami or Tashigi? Can't resist a woman in need. You just can't. He can't. Just can't. And he's saying going in the opposite direction, so it's the other way. And the ceiling is crumbling, and then we see Chopper. He's taking care of Mocha. I say Momo. Mocha. He's taking care of her, and he's saying that hurry to our block, and he's just telling her to hang in there, do everything he can for you. Then we go from that to D block, the SAD room, the SAD room, and we see the final conclusion with Law and Vergo, and Vergo looks pathetic. Sorry. He looked in such a bad shape. He even says, "How am I going to eat breakfast tomorrow?" I thought that was a funny line that Vergo said. And basically what Law did was he cut off his head. He cut off Vergo's head and his hands. So his hands are on the railing of the structure, and his head's there as well. I'm like, oh my god. You know what Judas Priest says? Bring breaking the law. But guess what? Instead, Vergo got broke. You know what they say? I fought the law, and the law won. So ends on happening is he's talking shit to Law, saying, "Don't you think this is a bit over the top, Law? This is all quite settling. Trust me, you'll sooner regret this. Carve this into your brains. You know nothing about Joker's past, and that will lead to your doom." And he's like, "So you're just some green kid from the new generation who's bit off more than you can chew. Don't think that the world is so black and white. That replacing it would be so cut and dry." And he says, "Tell him, smoker," and then and he just cuts Vergo's head in half. He just cuts him this way in half, and he's like saying, I forgot what was his last line. Vergo said, "Tell this arrogant brat the ripple effect his actions will have and the consequences of such." And you know, Law had enough of his bullshit talk, so he cut his head. Just like, come on, shut the fuck up, Vergo. You're trash. And then Law saying, you know, no need to worry about me. You should all save all you concern for yourself. Pirate Vergo. And then we go back. Then we go to Caesar Clown. Caesar. There's one thing I need to tell you. You are the king. Not the king of the dead. No. You're the king of America's Most Wanted. So it's going to have, you know, America's Most Wanted. If you've seen this man, Caesar Clown, arrest him immediately, because he has the most disgusting face in anime. Yes, he is going to anime prison with Naru Pudding, Orochimaru, yes, and Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. The pedophiles, the rapists, the fuck me, this guy has got a creepy face, he must be guilty of something. But anyway, yeah, him confronting Luffy and basically saying, you know, it must have been Law who was doing this. What happened, Vergo? You know, everything's crumbling down. And he says to Luffy, "You're being a mockery of my utopia." Yeah, why don't you go see a dentist, Caesar Clown? You got your tooth broke. Fuck you, man. Come on. You're trash. And basically he's talking basically to his men in the other room. Well, not the other room. It's the upper level of the room, of the R building room, who control the gate. And he's telling them to open the gate. And here's the thing that kind of gets me when I first read this, that pissed me off a little bit. It's like, they're like, his support is like, oh, it must be a ruse. How fucking gullible can you be? Are you really that gullible? Are you really that fucking stupid? His men, his subordinates, are in the room with him. And says, open the gates, release Shinanuki, release the gas. I will just absorb it. It will not affect me. And he says, okay, when our supporters come out. And he says, no, do it now. And they're all looking at him like he's crazy. It's basically what happened. I was like, do it now. He says, and he's like, I don't give two shits. Guinea pigs like you, I can get hundreds of them instead of my fingers. You worthless scum. Death or something. And then they're all crying. And then we go to Usopp. And he's like saying, oh, you can cut the tension with a knife. And he's saying that, basically that they're saying that, oh, you can control the gas from there. And I even can see Zoro there. And he's basically saying what he sees in the situation. And basically they're all staring at him like, oh no, you must be to trick the enemy. Oh, this is too kind to hurt us. Well, guess what, assholes? Ah. And then he's saying like to them, "Oh, it's more like it. I say jump. When I say jump, you ask how high. Charis doesn't need to talk." And then he's just gloating in front of Luffy. And when the gas comes in, and they're all surprised. They're like, "The gas is really coming in here." No shit. Like, were you born yesterday? So stupid. And he absorbs the gas, Caesar, and he's like, "Oh, for the power of science, the king of the dead." You know, he's like saying, he tells Luffy, "Oh, the power of science, I become the king of the country of death." Because he's saying like how the countries are all humans are interested of self-preservation, willing to kill one another with no remorse, that sort of thing. And he's just turning everyone into lifeless statues with the gas. And Luffy's got that face. He's got that face like, "I'm gonna fucking cut your fucking head off" face. Like, jump the fuck off, Caesar Clown. I'm gonna really send you to the clown show. That's where he belongs. He belongs to the... Yeah, but he you see what's funny about Caesar Clown? He's so ridiculously creepy. He doesn't belong in the regular circus. Introducing Bizarro Land Circus. You know who's there? Nara Pudding's there. Caesar Clown's there. And... Oh yeah, Orochimaru. Those three are there. They are the definite creepos of shonen manga. So, just mention that. So he's telling Mononosuke as a dragon to take care of Brownbeard and he's gonna go away somewhere. And they're all freaking out. "Oh, Master, what did you do that for?" And he's like saying how impressive it is that he has these powers now. And he's saying, "Why are you running, Straw Hat?" And there's no safe place in this island, but not even for any one of you. And that's what he's saying to him. And then we get the speech. Usopp. I'm a little, Usopp, come on. I really like Brook. Let me put this up before I continue with the summary and give my rating. Like I said, I get 5 out of 5. Usopp. Give him credit. He's pretty boss, Usopp. Let's be honest. Of all the Straw Hats from the 2-year skip, gotta give him credit. He improved the most. And this speech was pretty boss. It's funny that we get a speech for Law in last week's chapter, and this week we get another speech from Usopp. I'm like, wow. Good shit, Oda. Good shit. So he has this speech, and he's basically saying, "Please lend me those controls. I need to protect my Nakama from that gas." He's like, "You just saw what happened. You were all betrayed. You were done for. Even if we wanted, we had nowhere else to run. The same isn't for you. Your captain's just running away with Caesar fast as he can. And all that stuff." And he's like, "Don't you dare insult my captain in front of me. He would never even think about it betraying us, no matter how much easier it would make things. There were times when I could think about running away between my tail between my legs, but no matter what he has to do, what hardship he has to overcome, he puts absolutely faith in us, and we reciprocate in kind. So we gladly risk our lives since he does the same without a second thought. You tell him, Usopp." And he says, "Watch carefully, guys, like Caesar. They make Luffy's blood boil." And he's just saying, he will make Caesar pay. I loved Caesar's face when Luffy's coming at him. He starts crying. He's like, "Oh, he's missing a tooth. Oh, my name's Caesar Clown. Oh." "Hey, Caesar Clown, why don't you join Ginjo and Hootie Jones over there?" I'm sorry. That was wrong for me. To say. But anyway, he says, and then Luffy's just looking at him. Your face is pissing me off. And he's got the third gear, and he's ready to, he's going to go in with Armament Barrage and just beat the shit out. Unfortunately, that's not what we get. That moment had me. When he was about to hit him, I was like, no, gotta wait next week. But this was good. I really enjoyed this chapter. Awesome Usopp. Awesome speech from Usopp. Liked what Law did to Vergo. That was fucking epic. And, Luffy. I mean, and like I said before, these are the characters in shonen manga that belong on America's Most Wanted. Caesar Clown. Now we're putting for Raventail and for Fairy Tail. Caesar Clown from One Piece and Orochimaru. They belong in America's Most Wanted. Because they're just creepos. They're creepos. You're fucking creepos. They scream. Rapist. Child molester. I like little boys. Now to get that out of the way. Good chapter of One Piece. 5 out of 5. Can't wait for next week. Pounding Caesar Clown. Take him to the clown hospital. So yeah, and like I said, tell you tonight, live stream. Shikeki no Kyojin. Gotta go in on that. Bleach, and we'll talk some other stuff. Be a free-for-all, kind of. We'll see what else I get into with anyone else and guests and so on and so forth. So this has been Bonkai 922. See you guys later. Oh, after this video, one other tonight. Versus. You'll see. See you.